What's up, guys? This is Aperture 115, and I am here with voice actress extraordinaire Lisle Wilkerson. Yes, you got it.
Good job. You got it.
There we go.
First try.
Yeah, you kicked my butt in Tekken. I can admit that. Oh my goodness. My boy martial law.
Yeah, but and it was like when we were playing, I was telling you that like David Vincent, who does the voice for martial law, a lot of times we'll come to conventions and we'll do the playing Tekken together, and it's so much fun because he'll talk smack in his martial law voice, and then I'll be over there, Nina's voice or Christie's voice, doing it, and it's just kind of a crazy experience, but.
Yeah, I was actually waiting for our rematch, and I really wanted to play Christie, and that's actually my favorite character, actually.
She's a great character.
Yeah.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially because the way she uses, oh my gosh, I can't even believe, not Krav Maga, she uses capoeira, which is really unpredictable.
Right.
So for me, because as you know, I'm a terrible button masher, so it doesn't work very well, I feel, for butt mashing. I think Nina, the more classic stuff works better. So that's the only reason I don't play her. But I love her too. She's a great character. Yeah, great.
How long have you been acting professionally?
Let me see. I started doing voice acting when I was about 22, 23. I shouldn't have said that because now you'll be able to figure out how old I am. I've been doing it for a long time, 20 years. 20 years. 20-some years.
Right.
But I really started doing radio, and radio has a lot of similarities to voice acting because you are creating a world using your voice. So, you hear a lot about how many voice actors come from theater or acting in some sense. And so there are also a lot of voice actors that come from radio, and I was one of those. But I really started working in radio at 19, and that quickly led to me wanting to be on the radio. And then through that, I would get jobs for voice acting, for video games and everything. Always one of my favorite things, like when an agent would call me and say, "You're confirmed," I'm like, yes, because I love, especially fighting games. I'm a real, I kind of enjoy hitting things, and so.
Hitting things is always fun.
Hitting things is fun, Yeah, especially when there are no consequences. Just kidding. But I am absolutely honored to be a part of, like the Tekken franchise and Virtua Fighter and a lot of really, kind of some of the older games, but still nonetheless, like I love them and I think they're great and they've contributed a lot to video gaming, and so, yeah.
Speaking of Tekken, what's the recording process like? You talked a little bit about it during the panel with Hinden, actually.
Yes. So the way that voice acting differs in Japan and in America is a lot of times, first of all, starting with the audition process, where in Japan you still have to physically go to the studio and audition for the client. That happens a lot. And here in the States nowadays, they will just send you the sides, so the lines that they want you to read, or they'll send you, a few characters sides, and then you read them, and then you send it to the whatever agent or production company that you're working with. So that's a huge difference in and of itself. And then add to the fact that a lot of times with the video games, if it's a Japanese game, then the game might not be done yet. So when we go in, we might just have a little sketch, drawing, whereas obviously by the time it's being dubbed here, it's usually pretty much finished and maybe out already. So that's sometimes a big difference. But So what you do is I'll get a call from an agent, they'll send in my demo tape, and then I'll go and audition for the client, and then if I get the job, then I'll go in, and usually the director will spend, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes to half an hour giving you an idea of what the character is and what they want from you, and then, you just knock out a few things, and then a lot of times they'll be like, no, I'd like it a little bit more of a higher voice or lower register or whatever. And then once you get that voice, depending on, with a lot of video games nowadays, it's done in one day. But I also had the incredible experience of working on Shenmue, where with that, I was doing 3 characters, and I had to go in the studio for about a month and a half, I think. So it was a really long process. So, and we also did have, a lot of times with the anime in Japan, people all go in and work together. But with video games, it's a lot like it is here, where you go in, you record your own character's voice. You're not with any other voice actors. Just do it, and then you leave, after a couple hours. With Shenmue, we actually did get to work together, some of us. So I worked with like Corey Marshall, who does Ryu, and also with Eric Kelso. And so that, that's kind of, I love being able to do that, because you can really develop even more of a synergy, for the part and everything. But yes, that's kind of how it's done.
What makes your job as a voice actress interesting compared to other careers?
Well, first of all, every day is different. So, yeah, like a few days ago, and also for me, I don't just do voice acting. I also do a lot of work with TV and still and radio. Yeah. So like a few days ago, I was actually doing a webisode series for a Japanese cable channel about the fall season premieres. So, I was doing that, and then here I am a few days later at a convention, and, I'm getting to play Tekken and getting to meet people, and have you interview me. So, I mean, every day is different, but with that also, I think, I would say one of the biggest challenges is it's hard, because it's different, it's hard to keep consistency. So it's really hard to maintain that momentum and make sure that you have enough income coming in all the time, as well as jobs, and also keeping visibility, and kind of letting people know that you're still out there and you're still doing work. So I think that's probably the hardest thing, but I do think one of the funnest things is having so many different experiences. And with me, I'm very much I love meeting all kinds of people, and that's one of the things that the anime convention circuit has really allowed me to, is to travel a lot, meet various people who, enjoyed playing Tekken, back in the day or something. Yeah, so.
All right. And can you say some lines as Nina Williams and as Christie Monteiro?
Monteiro, I don't remember.
Top of your head.
Okay. Come on, baby. Show me what you got. Time to die.
I always get a kick out of that, actually. Because Tekken 4 is one of the first games I ever played, first fighting games I ever played. It was a way for my brother and I to actually interact with each other. We actually our relationship got stronger because of Tekken. Yeah.
I love these are the stories I love hearing about.
Yeah, actually, I remember when Tekken 5 came out, I actually had like a little spar fight with him in our kitchen.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you can do the most hits on me, I will get you a copy of Tekken 5. Unfortunately, as a kid, I lost, but we did end up renting the game later that day. So
it was an older brother?
Older brother, yes.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, no, I have actually had a lot of people, and I think this is probably, at the end of the day, this is one of the most gratifying things being in this kind of work, you know, is hearing, like, I've played against dads who, you know, who are there with their son or their daughter or something, and they're like, yeah, this has been a bonding experience for me and my kid for a long time. And I'm just like, wow, that's incredible, yeah, I mean, it's just like an honor, an amazing honor. So I think that, and it's similar to other forms of entertainment, with music, be it film or TV, a lot of times the entertainment industry can be used, I feel, to really bring people together, and that to me also is very, very satisfying. I feel, really good about, when I hear stuff like that. Awesome.
So my final question is, where can fans follow you on social media, and do you have a website?
I do have a website. It's under construction right now. I'm trying to update it, but I am very active on social media. So I do Instagram under the Blonde Geisha, and I also do Twitter. Very active on that, and also Facebook. Facebook is under my name, Lisle Wilkerson. And with Facebook, I actually share a lot of news from Japan. So a lot of there are a lot of sites that I use about everything from the otaku world to gaming world to even Japanese culture related stuff. So I like to always have some really cool info, for people who follow me on Facebook or in my family. Yeah.
All right, Lisle, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next Aperture 115 interview.
Mike.